Students, this is third part of South Indian Kingdoms lesson. Today we are going to see about later Pandyas. Revival of Pandya Kingdom. Kadungon recovered Pandya territory from the Kalabras towards the close of 6th century. 6th century, Kadungon recovered Pandya territory from the Kalabras. He was succeeded by two others. Arikesari Maravarman was the first strong Pandya ruler who ascended the throne in AD 642. Who was the strong ruler, Pandya ruler? Arikesari Maravarman was the strong Pandya ruler. He was a contemporary of Mahendravarman I and Narasimhavarman I. Contemporary means living at the same period. Inscriptions and copper plates praise his victory over his counterparts. We know very well about this through inscriptions and copper plates. Cheras, Cholas, Pallavas and Chinhalas. Arikesari Maravarman is identified with the Kun Pandyan and persecutor of Jains. Persecutor is nothing but he gave so many troubles to Jain people. What is the meaning of persecutor? After Arikesari, the greatest of the dynasty was Jatila Parandaga Nedunjadayan. The original name of Nedunjadayan was Varaguna I, the donor of the Velvikudi plates. Boys, we well know about copper plates and silver plates. Like that way, Arikesari was the donor of the Velvikudi plates. Donor means nothing but he gave this Velvikudi plates to the temples. Nedunjadayan expanded the Pandya territory to include Tanjavur, Tiruchirappalli, Salem and Coimbatore districts. Nedunjadayan's successors Srimara Sri Vallabha and Varaguna II were successfully defeated by Pallavas. These two rulers, Sri Vallabha and Varaguna, later they could not face the rising Chola dynasty under Parandaga I. Parandaga I defeated the Pandya king Rajasimha II, but Parandaga I again defeated by the Pandya king. The king name was Rajasimha II. Thus ended the Pandya rule revived by Kadungon. Revived is nothing but an improvement in the condition. Rise of the later Pandyas. The Chola became weak in Pandya country after the death of Adi Rajendra. After the death of Adi Rajendra, the Chola power became very weak. Eventually, the Pandya kingdom could emerge as the only leading Tamil dynasty in the 30th century. But in the 30th century, there was the only one Tamil kingdom under Pandyas. Madurai continued to be their capital. Pandya's capital was Madurai. Now, Marco Polo, a famous traveler from Venice, visited Kayal twice in 1288 and 1293. Famous Venice traveler Marco Polo visited Kayal two times, 1288 and 1293. He tells us that this port town was full of ships from Arabia and China and bustling with business activities. It was fully engaged with business activities and also it was full of ships from Arabia and China. This was told by Marco Polo, a Venice traveler. Sadayavarman Sundarapandian. The illustrious ruler of the second Pandya kingdom was Sadayavarman Sundarapandian. He brought the entire Tamil Nadu under his rule, which extended up to Nellore in Andhra. The famous second ruler was Sadayavarman Sundarapandian. He brought entire whole Tamil Nadu under his control. He held the Hoysalas in check. The Chera ruler, the chief of Malanadu, accepted his feudatory position and paid tribute to Sundarapandian. He accepted his defeat. The Chera ruler accepted his defeat and paid the tributary to Sundarapandian. Emboldened by the decline of the Chola state, the Boja king of Malwa region, Veera Someshwara, challenged Sundarapandian. But one king, Veera Someshwara, challenged Sundarapandian. In a war at Kannanur, Sundarapandian defeated Someshwara. Who was defeated? Someshwara was defeated by Sundarapandian. Sundarapandian succeeded in establishing his territory over the chieftains of Kadalur, Kanchipuram in northern Tamil Nadu, Arcot and Salem in the western region. Sundarapandian succeeded and establishing his territory in the places of Kadalur, Kanchipuram and Arcot, Salem. There were 2 or 3 co-regents who ruled simultaneously along with Sundarapandian, Vikramapandiya and Veerapandiya. These 2 rulers were simultaneously ruled with Sundarapandiya. After Sundarapandian, Maravarman Kulasegaran ruled successfully for a period of 40 years. After Sundarapandian, Maravarman ruled for a period of 40 years, giving the country peace and prosperity. Under his control, the country was in peace and prosperity. He had 2 sons. The king's appointment of Veerapandiyan as a co-regent provoked the other son, Sundarapandiyan, who killed his father, Maravarman Kulasegaran. Maravarman Kulasegaran killed his father and ascended the throne. In the civil war that ensued, Veerapandiyan won and became firmly established in his kingdom. Who won? Veerapandiyan won and he started establishing his kingdom. The defeat of Sundarapandiyan fled to Delhi and took refuge under the protection of Alauddin Khilji. But Sundarapandiya went to Delhi and met Alauddin Khilji. This provided the opening for the invasion of Malik Kafur. So this is the first incident for the opening of the invasion of Malik Kafur. After Malik Kafur's invasion, the Pandyan kingdom came to be divided among a number of kings. In Madurai, a Muslim state subordinate to the Delhi Sultan came to be established. In Madurai, a Delhi Sultan came to be established. That means started establishing. Polity and society. State. Pandya kings preferred Madurai as their capital. Madurai has been popularly venerated as Kudal. Madurai is called as Kudal. The kings are traditionally revered as Kudal Kon, Kudal Nagar, Kavalan. The Pandyas derived military advantage over their neighbors by means of their horses. The Pandya kings had the military advantage with their neighbors by horses. They imported these horses through Arabs with whom they had commercial and cultural contact. They imported these horses through Arabs. For what purpose? They had commercial contact with the Arabs. The king claimed that he was ruling according to Manusastra. The king said that he was ruling according to the Manusastra. This is one of the doctrine. Manusastra is nothing but one doctrine. This doctrine supported the social hierarchy in the society. Kings and local chiefs created Brahmin settlement called Mangalam or Chadurvedi Mangalam with irrigation facility. Actual groups are described as the Bhumiputrar, otherwise called as the Vellalas. Actual landholding peoples are called Bhumiputrar. Other name of this Bhumiputrar is called Vellalar. Historically, they were locals and hence they were referred to as Nattu Makkal. But all the people, common people, were called as Nattu Makkal. The communal assembly of this group is Chitrameli Periyanatar. The common groups are called as Chitrameli Periyanatar. In our next video, we may see about administrative division, village administration, irrigation, religion, temples and trade.